よしよしよしよしよしよいしょ。あ、米火だ。米火をやってない。久しぶりすぎて。はい、皆さんこんばんは、グジュです。すごい久しぶりに、配信させていただいております。普段は実況プレイ動画とか投稿してますが、配信もたまにはやってるんですが、ここのとこ忙しくて全然配信できてなくて、本当に、申し訳ないんですけど、今年の始まりぐらいに、このポアロをね、赤坂クリスティ Abc 殺人事件を2回ほど配信した後に、忙しくなっちゃってやれなくなってしまったのでやっていきましょう。多分そろそろ俺終わるんじゃねえかなと思っているんですけど、どうなんだろう。一応 ABC の殺人事件の C まで行ったんですよね。で、関係者がポアロの部屋にこうやって集められてるわけですよね。さあ、ここからやっていきたいと思いますが、まずは、1個目の殺人事件の話からいきましょうか。この人
？Sometimes I love a brunette, sometimes I love a blonde. That's what the song says.
はい、ステラさんこんばんは。
I should take advantage of the silence to examine them.
彼らを観察しましょう。まさかの
Sometimes I
どうも、
love a
グジュ
brunette.
ですよ。よろしくお願いしますね。
The song says, sometimes I love a blonde who comes from Eden by way of Sweden. But I am not sure that this blonde is an angel.
こっちと喜んでいただいてありがとうございますね。こっちも一人ずつ見るのか。
Donald is always on edge.
いつもピリピリしています。まず目線かな。クマだね。クマができてて、痩せ細ってる感じ。ひげ剃りの傷。ひげ剃りの傷？あとなんだ？
Leave me alone.
今どこに反応した？手元か。力の入った手。
Donald Fraser is very nervous at the moment.
必死に自身を抑えようとしているからひどく神経質になっています。まあまあ、最近ちょっとね、いろいろお仕事忙しかったから申し訳ないですね。
She appears to have taken more care with her appearance than the last time.
化粧濃くないですか？あ、違った。イヤリングだった。イヤリング、口紅かな？あ、違う？ドナルドを見る目。あ、この人2つ目のその事件のお姉さんだな。被害者の。
She's looking at Mr. Fraser out of the corner of her eye. Did she make herself beautiful for him?
やっぱ彼のこと好きなんですね、この人は。はいはいはい。まだやることある？こっちはもう別に終わってるよな。鼻がムズムズする。ちょっと待った。あとはこの辺
I hope to concentrate on my guests. Franklin Clark always seems at
どんな
ease,
場所にいても落ち着いているよう
regardless
に見え
of
ま
where he
す。
is.
旅が多い人の
Something
特
that's
徴で
unique
す。
to people who travel. I wish to thank you all for coming.
集まっ
I
てくだ
wanted
さ
to
った。
bring everyone close to the victims here in order to unmask the murderer.
Get to the point, Mr. Poirot. What do you want from us?
ミーガンにこの会議の理由について尋ねる。
You are an intelligent woman, Mademoiselle Barnard, and I'm sure that you have already understood my intentions.
You think that if we put our heads together, we might come up with something new?
I am convinced of it. What I ask is that you search your memories. The murderer must have left some trace.
何かしらの痕跡を残
Yes,
してい
he
る
must
は
have
ず
prepared
です。
his crimes very carefully.
Tout à fait. He did not get to Bexhill at midnight in order to strangle a young girl whose name by chance starts with P.
Must we go into that?
取材に不愉快な気持ちを呼び起こすことに同意する。ドナルドにしっかり伝えるよう、するよう伝える。まあでも大事な話だからな。
Mr. Fraser, please get a grip on yourself.
Well, I want to help you, but I don't remember anything else. Nothing I haven't already said.
And you, Mademoiselle Barnard, did your sister say if she was seeing another man?
She never would have told me.
なんでこの二人を責めてるんだろう今。ミーガンになぜベリーのことが何も言わなかったのか尋ねる。
Why would she hide the fact from you?
Betty knew I didn't approve of her behavior. Her flirting was spoiling any chance she might have had.
Tell me, mademoiselle, what did you talk about with your sister?
Silly things. Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother bought her a brand new pair. The day it happened, she was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them. Poor mummy.
黒いスト
Your
ッキング
sister
を
used
買
to
ったっ
sing, I
て。
believe. Did she ever perform in public?
She dreamt about it, but she had a very bad cough. It troubled her
喉が悪くて
greatly.
とても苦労
She
し
had
てい
to
ました。
cancel
オーディションを
auditions
キ
and
ャン
miss
セル
lots
し
of
てたくさんのチャン
opportunities.
スを逃したり。
A pity.
喉が悪かったから
Yes,
ね
she。sang well, but that doesn't tell us much about the murderer.
Qui sait? In any case, we now have enough information to draw up a relatively precise psychological profile. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
殺人犯の特徴は何か。特徴。物的証拠。ABC と署名された手紙でアンドゥーバーでの殺人芸を記されている。殺人犯は知的か。道に人が溢れている時に殺すとは大胆。これは違うよね。パウルの推測。殺人犯は規則正しく、細心の注意を払って犯行の準備をしています。興味深いサインを残すことも絶対に忘れません。あとこの辺は殺人のあれだよね。男はベティを誘惑した後に彼女を、砂浜に連れ出して、時刻表だ。この事件をよく確認してみましょう。犯人が完璧に計画したことが分かります。これだな。ちゃんと計画的にやってるから知的なことは間違いない。で、殺人犯は自信家かどうか。それはもう予告されてる。あれ違う。あ、これか。大胆な犯行ですもんね。あ、待って。間違えちゃった。あれこれどうやって戻すんだっけ？あ、これか。これですね。大胆な犯行ですよね。そう、人前で、外を人がいっぱい通るところのお店のところでやったんですよね。殺人犯は魅力的か。まあ、ベッティに誘惑されてるんだから魅力的なんだろうね。はい、次。殺人犯は列車が好きか ABC。 あ、これだ。あ、時刻表か。ごめんなさい。ちゃんと見てなかった。衝動的かどうか。いや、予告されている。あれちょっと待って。これ違うの？違うわ、これだわ。いろいろ計画をしてちゃんと犯行にしている。で、寛大かどうか。ABC がなければアッシャーさんとフレイザーさんを疑っていたでしょう。サインを残すことで自分に容疑がかかるように仕向けています。そう考えた犯人は寛大かもしれない。それって寛大って言うのかな
So, ladies and gentlemen, we can now surmise without too much risk of error that our adversary is calculative, sure of himself, a seducer, of outstanding intelligence, that he has plenty of self-control, and that he likes railways. It's a good start. Other meetings may be necessary. I hope that you will be able to come back again.
あれ、ここで謎が解けるのかと思った。
Is something bothering you, Mary?
Well, Mr. Poirot, you see, I don't know if I can come to London just
簡単に
like
ロンドンに来るのは難しい。
It's normal that people helping with this inquiry should be reimbursed. Starting with you, Miss Drower. Please allow me to pay for your train tickets.
Oh, sir, I cannot accept.
But you must. Mademoiselle, I may not be rich, but my brother left a fortune which will be mine.
Mr. Clark, that's very generous of you.
Well, someone has to foot the bill. Mr. Poirot, would it be possible for you to come back to Devon? Lady Clark has expressed a wish to see you. We'll adjust her medicine so she'll not be too drowsy.
But of course, I shall come the day after tomorrow if it is convenient. Thank you all for coming. We will meet again soon.
あれここでいろいろとわかるんじゃねえんだな。
Really?
Hastings, I believe now we have everything we need to find a common point between the victims. Now it is time for us to use our grey matter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
被害者が持つ共通点。一つは、咳止め、そして、医者。俺はここずっと言ってたんだよね。被害者、安心したのか眠くなってきた。
The first two victims suffered from bad throat,
寝れるときに入れ
and
てく
that
ださ
was
い。
precisely the specialty of the third victim, Dr. Clark.
そう、俺クラーク犯人だと思うんだよ
It would
な。
pay to take a closer look at the medical records of Dr. Clark's patients.
We'll do so during our next visit to Churston.
I will do it myself, mon ami. You must remain in London just in case ABC sends us another letter.
Very well, as you wish.
呼吸と、それは何？安心して息吸う気力
Thank you
も
for
気
coming,
力
Mr.
なんだ
Poirot.
ろう。
Lady Clark is waiting for you in her bedroom on the first floor. Please excuse me, I cannot stay for the interview. I've to take Miss Gray to the station to see our lawyer in Torquay.
ソーラさんは休暇を取るか尋ねる。
Are you going on holiday, mademoiselle?
Not exactly, Mr. Poirot.
Miss Gray very kindly stayed with me to settle my brother's affairs, but naturally she prefers to find a position in London.
Ah, très bien.
I'll be absent all morning, Mr. Poirot, but the nurse is coming soon. She's to ensure that the dose of medicine doesn't make our patient drowsy.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. Have a nice trip, mademoiselle.
そしたら、クラーク先生の奥さんかな？
I am not going to leave Campside.
に話をしたいのだが、その前に
I do not need to.
電話をかける必要はない。
It's closed.
閉まっています。まあいろいろ。
It would be rude to make.
これなんだ。
It is not the right time.
剥製ですか。
April 1925, Aceh Province, Sumatra.
アチェ州スマトラ。あとどこだろう。反応しない。どっかありそうなもんだけど。牙とか。わからんな。もう一回見てダメだったらこんなにはっきりとしててさ、ここじゃないなんてここある。でもこんだけ押しててないんだったらないんだろうな。戻りますか。そしたらじゃあ2階へ。めっちゃ震えとるよ。
It would be rude to make.
はい、じゃあ早速話しかけますか。
This poor woman is very ill.
重い病気を患っている。おぼろげな目。震える手。力の入った手。あれ？力の入った手？あと、薬か。鎮痛剤。
This woman is suffering. She is in no state to have a conversation.
会話できるような状況ではありません。この人と話せって言ってたのか。
Mr. Poirot?
My respects, madame.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. Have you seen the nurse? She should have been here by now. Oh, I'm sorry.
辛いんだろうな。
The telephone in the hall is ringing.
Please tell the nurse.
これは水道ところ。
It's closed.
鍵が閉まってる。他になんか調べられそうなもんは、あ、これ
Lady Clark is in pain. I have to give her an injection of morphine to ease her suffering.
モルフニを注射してあげましょう。あ、ここに注射器とかがあんのかな。打てんのパーロ。
Lady Clark is in pain. Lady Clark is in pain. I have to give her an.
モルフィネを打ってあげましょう。
This woman is suffering. She is in no state to have a conversation.
どっかにモルヒネがあると思うんだが、まあ、とりあえず電話が鳴ってるみたいだから代わりに出ちゃっていいのかなこれは。
The Clark residence. Detective Hercule Poirot speaking.
How do you do, Mr. Poirot? I'm Lady Clark's nurse. I wanted to let you know that I won't be able to come for her injection today. Might Miss Gray be able to do it?
She has just left, but I will take care of it.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. You'll find the skeleton key to open the medicine cabinet hidden in the lion trophy.
You can count on me. Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Oh, thank you kindly. Goodbye, Mr. Poirot.
合鍵。さっきの剥製だね。これのどこに、そこ
Here
か
is the
ーい。
skeleton key.
じゃあ注射しよう。で、この鍵が、その落ちてるの何なんだろうな。まず鍵を、
It's closed.
久しぶりだぞ。アイテムを使うには、
It's closed.
どれでしたっけね。どのボタンだっけ。あったあった。これで、これを使いまして、開きましたと。
Ah, Mr. Poirot. I feel better now. Thank you for your help.
彼女から招待されたことを思い出させる。殺人事件について知っていることを尋ねる。
Madame, you are tired, so I will get straight to the point. What can you tell me about this business?
What business, Mr. Poirot?
No doubt. You wish to talk to me about what happened to your husband?
Ah, yes. Oh, poor Carmichael. Has the madman who killed him been caught?
Not yet, chère madame. There was a great many people in Cheston on the day of the murder.
Indeed. People go straight to the beach. They don't come near Coomside.
So, there were no strangers around the house that day?
Who said that?
The people who live here. Your brother-in-law, Miss Gray.
Miss Gray? Oh, I don't like her. Franklin wanted her to stay, but I insisted she should go. Immediately.
You are entitled to do so, naturally.
I'm pleased that
こ
you
うこの人は
approve.
追い出したのね。
The others have been taken in by her. But at least you can see through that self-pity act. See what she's up to. Oh.
何か思うことはあるってことかな。寝ちゃった？
She's sleeping. I must find a way to wake her up gently.
優しく起こす方法を見つけないと。ここがまだ全部調べきれてないん
I've
だよな。
finished with this subject. This subject would probably be useful to me.
いいものなんだろ
This subject would prob...
う。公務、銀の公務。公務って何？ちょっと待って。ちょっといろいろ観察しよう。ペン。豪華なペン。これは何角形ですかこれ。まあいいや。あと。何かと合体できるように見えます。これもう一個あるな、多分。3、2と来てるから、もう一個どっかにあると思うんだよな。この辺にあるんじゃねえか。 オルゴールだ。えーっとあったあったあったあった。
This subject would probably be useful to me.
で、これはくっつくだろうな。今くっつけれるのかな。これを、まあ観察する。それに、多分オルゴールのやつだと思うから、これにはめるんだよな、多分ね。アームスさんいらっしゃい。操作が久しぶりすぎていろいろ忘れているのだが、
The mechanism appears to be broken.
仕掛けが壊れています。開いた。で、ここに、どの順番だろうな。あ、ちょっと待って。
This spring appears to be broken.
バネが壊れてる。
This part appears to be working.
じゃあバネもどっかから持ってこないとダメか。これをさ、使って、3、
The bronze comb is preventing me from positioning this one.
邪魔している。あ、じゃあ、この順番か。こうして、次が、これを使って、その次に、これを使うと。んで、
The mechanism appears to be broken.
それで、回せ
The
ない
mechanism appears to be broken.
回せないか。となっ
The
た
mechanism
ら、
appears to be broken.
どっかからバネを探してこなきゃダメか。これは。そうだね。じゃあ一旦戻りまして。この部屋にはバネはなさそうだな。
I must find a way to wake her up gently.
探させてくれない？
It is not the right time.
今は必要ありません。バネなぁ。バネが欲しいなぁ。
I must find a way to. I must find.
ここまで来て、ここにバネはねえよな。
April 1920. April.
この部屋じゃダメってことか。ってことは、こ この部屋のどっかにバネがあるっていうことでいいか？
I've finished with this.
もう必要ない。
She's sleeping. I must find a way.
ー、
This couple appears to be having fun.
仲が良かった。写真か。3つの写真を調べればいいかな。
Lady Clark and Sir Carmichael were very happy, but they
しか
did
し
not
子
have
供は
any
いなかった。
children.
なるほど。
Lady Clark and Sir Carmichael were very happy, but they did not have any children.
どないしましょう。ネジが欲しいです。ネジじゃねえや。バネが欲しい。でもここにはない。バネあるね。ちょっと待って。こいつだ。これ分解室ではバネあるわ。どうしたらいいこれ。これをどうやって分解したらいい？だってこれにだけあるボタンだもんな、R って。見っけたよ、バネ。豪華なペンのバネ使っちゃうのね。もらったやつなのに。まあまあいいでしょう。そっかそっか。よかった、気づいてちゃんと。じゃあ行きましょう。まずは、開けます。開けまして、そしたら一旦バネからいくか。バネをつけます。はい。
I hope that Hastings will not be cross with me.
で、金、銀、銅と。そして、これを回す、回れまー。おはようございます。
Oh, what are we talking about? Ah, yes. Thora Grey. Oh, Carmichael had great esteem for her.
偽善者以外の何者でもありません。結構な言われ方してるね。何があったんだろう。まあでもこういう人には同意しといた方がいい
You're
のかな。
probably right, madame.
You have seen through her. I'm so pleased.
安心した方が喋りやすいよね。
Convinced you.
ソーラがみなしごであることを思い出させる。
You are very harsh. Do not forget that the girl is an orphan.
Yes. And she used the fact to get around men. Take Franklin. He's fallen for her sweet talking charms. Oh, he's a lovely boy, very plucky and sure of himself. But so naive. Oh, when it comes to women.
ほう
Franklin really idealized Miss Gray.
Absolutely. It's so good to see that you all agree with me.
なんかさっきもこれ聞いた気がするけどな。
Miss Gray did look after you very well, though.
Outwardly. But she's hiding something.
毒
I
を
think
盛ろ
she
うとしてい
tried
た
to poison me.
Miss Gray? A poisoner? But everybody appears to like her.
It proves she knows what she's doing. She's manipulative and she's a liar.
A liar?
Let's see, didn't she say that on the day of the crime nobody was around Coomside?
That is correct.
Well, at 11 o'clock I saw her talking to someone.
Really? And what was this man like?
An ordinary sort of man with a very plain face. Oh, I don't remember well.
Was he a gentleman?
No, he was not a gentleman.
あら寝ちゃ
It
った
would be
ま
best
た。
to leave her to sleep now.
まあでもだいぶなんか
The telephone in the hall is ringing.
平凡な人って前回出た私犯人です的な感じで出てきた人かな。
Hello?
Poirot, is that you? Hastings here.
Thank you
あ
for
ボール
calling.
ペンごめんね。
Have you received a new letter from the murderer?
No, thank goodness. How are things in Churston?
I questioned Lady Clark, but I will not leave until I have examined everything of interest to me here. Fortunately, Franklin is absent, and I have a skeleton key.
Have you seen Thora Grey again?
Briefly. But rest assured, I intend to summon her to London soon.
She's a fascinating girl.
But secretive. I would like to ask her a few questions.
Poirot, she wouldn't hurt a fly.
Each to his own, my friend. Yours are pretty often mine old ladies that have the maladies.
Poirot, are you mocking me?
No ill intended, rest assured. À bientôt, mon ami.
さあ、グレイが怪しいねっていう感じになってますね。ここ入れるのかなじゃあ。なんだここは。これは謎解きですか？おー、すごいあるね。
A Chinese symbol is engraved on this metal disc.
これでいいのかな？
The position of this character looks right to me.
正しい向きにしました。じゃあこれは OK。次これかな？
The position of this character.
もう一つはこれ。
That's it. This character.
で、もう一個がそれで開くんだったら超楽じゃねえか？
The position of this character.
さあ、できま
Very
し
good.
た。
All the circles are facing the right way. What are they showing me?
上とかには何もなさそうなんだよな。これは
It's only a hinge.
超つがい。
Nothing
じゃあ
interesting.
もうこれだよね。
Well, well. The characters engraved on this padlock resemble those engraved on the metal discs.
ああ、そういうことか。ちょっと待って。これが一番左の字だな。これ。これ。これ。で、これか。の順番に文字を並べれば、いいと。 よいしょ。こうして。これはちょっと簡単だったな。
At last, the cupboard is open.
さあ、いろいろ調べてみましょう。この本は何の本？これで止めればいい？
Traveling in China, a practical guide for English travelers.
旅行が好きなのかな？
The Railway Children, E. Nesbitt.
鉄道の子供たち。
For Franklin, und Effie's Christmas, 1910.
クリスマスプレゼントに本をくれたと。いやー、俺本読めねえからすげえな。
Genteel and wild, English countryside revisited.
田舎特集。
Helmet, flask, and rifles. Franklin is very well equipped.
ライフルか。これは地図。え？これなんかするの？これも
I must need something to continue. This plate appears to be able to move, but something is blocking it.
プレートが動きそう。
This plate appears to be able to...
これもなんかしなきゃいけないの。
This plate appears... This plate appears to... This plate appears to be able to move.
何かを動かすには、これって多分まだ俺何も、多分なんかアイテムが必要なんだろうな。
This plate appears...
そうだね。ちょっと一旦、あと、なんか刺さるやつがある。一旦後で、棚の上を観察してみましょう。
Franklin appears to be very active.
活発な人だった。まずは銃かな。375口径ライフル。ラケットとシューズ。剥製。感銘深い収集品。
Franklin Clark appears to be a typical British gentleman. A good sportsman, a hunter, a traveler.
なんかアイテムが必要そうだけどな。なんもないっすかね。これは？これはなんもないのか。ここは4分の4だからもうやれることはない。これはかかんないよね。これを使うなんてことはまずねえだろう。なんか細いもんが刺さると思った方が、こういうボールペンみたいなものだったりとか。ただもっとこっちで調べられるもんはないから、だとしたら違う部屋かな。
How am I going to open this trunk? Let us examine it.
どうやって開けるんでしょう。この中になんかありそうだな。暗証番号がどっかにあるな。これを数字合わせればいいわけでしょ。
That does not appear to be very useful.
どこに
That
も書
does
かれ
not
てねえ
appear
か
to be
な。
very useful.
多分書かれてねえな。こっち反応しちゃったしな。その暗証番号、あ、1927。一旦やってみる。でも多分この辺の数字関係なんだと思うんだけど、明らかにこの字を見させようとしてるから、1927でやってみましょう。まずこれが1、9。で、これが2、7。開いたわ。
Leaving the code on the trunk. What a strange character Franklin is.
これは写真？時計だ。時計と写真。動かせる。何これ。針も動かせる。時計の。へえ。28歳の時みたいなこと？めっちゃめくれるけど。元には戻せない。全部下にまずじゃあ下ろしてみっか。あ、これ。7。あ、なるほど。これを下に全部下げてって、20。ちょっとここまで戻るのめんどくさいんだけど、ここが7って書いてあって、ここが点々って書いてあって、ここが20だったから、7時20分にすれば、いいわけですね。
So, what is this sound?
何の音？
I should be able to open the trunk now.
これでここが開けられる。
There we are.
これ何これ？これがまだこう開きますか？開いた。
Whiskey and other good quality drinks. Mr. Clark really has refined tastes.
ウイスキーが入っております
Whiskey and other
ね。
good quality drinks.
次はじゃあこの引き出し関係を。何も入っとらん。次は2段目。入ってない。じゃあ一番下。これで何も入ってないなんてことは。
Why has Franklin put an Allen key inside his trunk? I'll borrow it for a minute.
これはなんだ？一旦じゃあ戻って、これをちょっと観察します。
An Allen key. It can be used in 5 positions.
これを使う。 まずは、なるほどね。こういう刺さるとこが、ここだ。これだ。これにして、んで、使う、ここへ、ちょっと待って、ここへ、使う。で、開いて、これは六角形だから、観察して、これにしてから、使う。で、次はこっち。こっちを、同じままでいいのかな。はい。ネジが外れてきました。これは地球なのかちょっとわかんないが、一旦ここのイラストを、こうか。こうで、ここって一緒に回っちゃうのか。回んないのってどれ？これとこれ一緒に回るの？面倒。じゃあ外からやってった方がいい。ちょっと。こうして、こうで。これはこれで一緒に回るの。めんどくせえな、おい。あれこれ結構頭使う。どう回るっていうのを覚えてねえと。この辺はこうでしょ？それ一緒に回るの嫌だ。どうしようこれ。これ一緒に回っちゃうから一旦こうして、こうして、これで合うんじゃねえか。合ってねえや。こうで、こう。そっか。これとこれ、こうなっちゃうんだ。よっ。こここうか。で、いや、他のとこと一緒に回っちゃうのやめてほしいな。
Franklin must really love his country to have an engraving in his trunk. I think I heard the panel above release.
はい、できました。で、上のパネル
A signet ring?
指輪だ。
A signet ring with a code written on it. 1587.
1587。
It may be useful to me.
後で観察できるか。とりあえず、さっき見つけた工具を使えば、ここが開けられますね。 と思ったけど、あれ？あれ？さっきの工具もう使えない？もう一回借りたいんですけどここにしか使わないやつだっ
I've
た、それ。
finished with it.
マジで？あれやっちゃったかな？イギリス。
This plate appears to be able to move, but something is blocked.
プレートが動かせそう。
A signet ring bearing the Clark's family.
数字が刻まれてるって言ってて、1587って書かれてます。これをここに使うはないよな。
The plates
使っ
around the
た
picture appear to have unlocked. I think I've already seen these symbols on Franklin's trophies.
これ全くわかんないんだけど。ヒントもクソもなくないか？どっかにヒントある？これは鳥だな。これは一緒。ちょっと待って。これヒントなくね？
A signet ring bearing the Clark's family's coat of arms. The number is...
わからん。とりあえずここのプレートがいじれるのは分かりましたと。で、
February 19...
南アフリカ。これ見れない？あ、見れる。
July 1920.
アラスカ半島。多分、飼った動物の場所が関係している。
April 1925. Aceh province.
スマトラ。こっち入れるか？こっちに鳥かなんかの剥製はないかな。なさそうだな。
Comside's private collection. The catalogue for circa. Order and... I see some papers that were not there the first time. Valuers report property.
これはあれだよね。
Court and Brunskill. The name is familiar. Is that not the name of the firm Donald Fraser works for?
ドナルド・フレイザーが前働いてた。
These daggers are only ceremonial weapons. I do not think that the crime weapon is here.
犯行に使えたものはないでしょう。
Ernest Logan, MD, Brighton Cancer Lady Clark, your wife is suffering from a generalized terminal cancer. I confess I didn't suspect anything like that during the first exams. But with the test results I received today, there is unfortunately no place for doubt. I estimate that Lady Clark's life expectancy is no more than 1 year. Hospitalization would not help in her case, so I advise you to keep her at home and provide her with as much morphine as required to ease her last moments. Yours sincerely, Ernest Logan. The door is locked.
扉には鍵がかかっています。
Sir Carmichael's collect.
ドラゴン。剥製っぽいのが欲しいな。
There are some.
情報的には。これはどう見たらいいんだ？上からか。
Compass point to the.
次の
Attention, Franklin. Task list. A. Ordering Lady Clark remedies. Done. B. Tidying up real estate property files. Done. C. Calling the lawyer about
いろんな
inventory.
ことをしてるけど PS なんだろう。
E. Update land rent accounting.
基礎の補充
Done. F. Ordering a restock of arsenic. Done. P.S. I have left on the living room table some of my things I don't want to keep. The locket and the dagger. I am sure you know
ブ
why.
ローチと探検です。理由はわかりますよね。ブローチそういえばなくなってたよね。あの人。
A dark dragon for a bright-haired maid. C.
これ結婚じゃない？
I've already seen similar daggers.
そういうデザインなのかなこれ。なんか欲しい情報が別にあったんだけど、なんかいろいろと予想外なものが出てきましたね。まあ一旦出て、ちょっとここも見ていいですか？なんか、なんだこれ。
Miss Thoroughgrey Comside Chuston Devon. Arsenic trioxide thallium.
ヒ素だ。毒をどうのっつってたね。
The Black Dragon's Curse. To Franklin, who will never grow up. January 25, 1928. Car Charlotte. I am not going to leave Comside now. I still have some things to do.
まだ見たい場所っつったら、ちょっと一回上行ってみっか。
Best to leave her to sleep now.
あ、もう行けない。行けないとなると、もうこの中しかない。
The plates around the picture appear to have unlocked. I think I've already seen these symbols on Franklin's trophies.
捕まえたことがあるやつの足跡にすればいいみたいなことかな。でもこれ何いたこんなやつ。鹿だな。この足跡何？
The African kudu.
アフリカのクーってあとこっちでクマを
The Lion of Sumatra.
あ、ライオンか。スマトラでライオン。もう俺分からずに回しておりますけどここは回せないんだね。
The Alaskan Kodiak Bear.
はい、もうね、全然分からず適当にこう回しておりますけど、
I heard the sound of a mechanism. Strange way of protecting one's safe. Triangulating one's hunting sites on a map.
そこはこれですよね。どの順番に並んでんだろう。上からでいいのかな。ちょっと見せて。1587ね。じゃあ左から行きましょう。1、5、8、7。
These documents are very likely going to help me for the rest of the inquiry.
他人の家の金庫をどんどん開けておりますけど、
A dozen gold sovereigns, some shares for the Southern Railway and some treasury bills. This is not worth much, hardly enough to justify your robbery.
金塊。
Eton College School Year 1912-1913. Franklin Clark. School report for Franklin Clark. According to his teachers, Franklin was a good student,
い
but
い
lacked
生徒でしたが、
discipline.
規律は守らない。
Sir Carmichael Clark, Comside Churston, Devon, to Mr. Franklin Clark, Peninsula Hotel, Salisbury Road, Tsimsha-sui, Kowloon, Hong Kong. Comside, 1935, January the 12th. Dear Franklin, first, I wish you a good start to a successful new year. I have received your letter dated December 10th.
悪党の王から私の利益を守ってくれて本当にありがとう。
Things could have got pretty bad if you weren't a real cold-blooded guy. I envy you for that. Things go on here much as usual. Charlotte is moderately free from pain. I wish one could say more. You may remember Thora Gray. She is a dear girl and a greater comfort to me that I can tell you. I should not have known what to do through this bad time but for her. She has an exquisite taste and shares my passion for Chinese art. No daughter could be a closer or more sympathetic companion. Life has been difficult, but I am glad to feel that here she has a home and true affection. You wrote me you want to stay in China for one more year or even longer. I don't object. The longer you stay, the more opportunities you will have to increase our collection. Nonetheless, you should know that we miss you here, and that Charlotte will be gone by the time you come back. I am, dear Franklin, your truly affectionate brother.
お兄さんからの手紙ですか。
Charlotte Clark, Comside, Churston, Devon, to Mr. Franklin Clark, Peninsula Hotel, Salisbury Road, Tsimsha-sui, Kowloon, Hong Kong, Comside, 1935, January 1st. I wish you with all my heart a happy year 1935.
年賀状
Writing my
なん
greeting
だな。
cards, I have affectionate thoughts for you. Always smiling as a child, sailing to distant countries and bringing back to us trunks full of wonder. At home, everything annoys me, starting with this young Thora Sir Carmichael is so fond of. I have nobody to share my feelings with.
おや2つの手紙でソーラグレイに
How
関す
can I
る
tell you what happens
書
to
かれ
me?
方がえらい違うな。
The simplest way the better. I am doomed. I still have 1 year to live, no more. How do I know? I opened the secret drawer of Carmichael and read a letter not addressed to me. In this letter, Dr. Logan tells
そ
my
こに書いてあった
husband
や
in
つ
the
か。
most direct way the truth he conceals from me. Sir, I know. But my husband doesn't know I know. Please don't tell him. And if he shares the truth with you, act as you are surprised. Carl will probably speak in his usual convoluted way, but I wanted to be the first to announce it to you. It does matter to me that you are aware of what happens in Comside. Warm regards, Charlotte.
グレイに関わった人が亡くなってるって思っちゃっていいのだろうか。ここで調べることはだいたい終わったかな。
Best to leave.
もう良くない？
I am not going to.
まだ帰れないですか？
I do not need. Order and method about.
ナイフはまあこ
These
っから
daggers are only.
ね。ここのナイフだよね。それは調べきったよ。あとはじゃあここだわ。
The door.
あ、これ使えるってこと？あ、使えましたね。
This unit contains the medical records for Sir Carmichael Clark's patients. Let us study them closely and see if there are any familiar names.
さあ、ここまで、そう、俺ずっと言ってたよね。1回目、1個目の事件と2個目の事件の犯人は俺、この医者なんじゃないかと思ってて、医者だったら、A のから始まる住所で、A から始まる名前の人が、まあわかるんじゃないかっていう
No
の。
test on the records from A to D. They've been handled recently. No names.
あれ？
Disappointing.
ない。
Lots of dust. The records from E to Z have not been touched for years. No names. Disappointing.
法廷の周りを調査しましょ
う。Where is the horrible smell of carrion coming from?
腐った匂い。
Something makes me feel uncomfortable.
こっちはいけないか。お、
Brown pellets. Revolting.
死んでんのかな？
The gardener does not follow the alignment. There, that's better. It is symmetrical.
その下。
There, that's better. It is symmetrical.
誰か一人ってか、なんか、ネズミっぽいやつが死んでましたね。なんか手前にもなんかあるけど、とりあえず噴水。
This fountain makes a very relaxing sound.
これはいろいろ調べられるな。
This wisteria is in full bloom.
富士の花。
I would like to congratulate Clark's gardener. What symmetry.
左右対称ですね。あとこれ。
It was probably the gardener who lit this fire. Look here. I wonder if someone wanted to get rid of these papers. This object would probably be useful to me.
手紙。
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
ソーラはなぜ持ち物を公務サイドに置いていったのか。ソーラはカーマイケル号からの贈り物を置いていった。ソーラグレイはカーマイケル号の仕事を処理するために残った。ソーラは手紙を置いていった。ダガーがなくなってる。これどうしよう。俺ちょっとあんま分かってねえな。こうか。なぜ公務サイドに置いていったのか。 これとこれはセットだと思うんだよな。窃盗の罪に問われたくなかった。
Everything that Thorgray has left behind comes from Sir Carmichael's collection. He most probably gave them to her, but she chose to leave them here rather than run the risk of being accused of theft. It is understandable when you know just how much Lady Clark mistrusted her.
ああ、
Let us
そういう
now
こと
try
か。
and get our brain cells to work.
ソーラはどこを盛ろうとしていたか。毒を食べたネズミがいた。あとはどれだ？これか。違う違う違う。うん、毒を盛ろうなんて考えてないよな。そう、余命が分かってるもんね。
The poison she ordered was for rats. The gardener must have made good use of it, considering the stinking remains on the path not far from the property. I've finished here. I must put the skeleton key back and inform Hastings that I'm returning to London.
もういいです。この辺とか調べなくてよろしいです。
Clark's greenhouse. It must hold some rare plants.
殺人現場だった場所。もうここ行く。お、なんだ。ああ、お墓建ててあ
May
る。
you have peace, Carmichael. Charlotte.
この景色が好きだったからここに埋めてあげたっていうことなのかな。さて、じゃあもういいのでは。これ移動がねちょっと時間かかるのが難点かな。いやーでもなんかカルテの中に被害者の名前があると思ったんだけどな。
Before leaving, I have to put the skeleton key back.
合鍵をしまっておきましょう。ここか。
April 1920. April 9. Perfect. Nothing else is keeping me here.
いろいろ開けっぱだけどな。さあ帰りましょう。
I am not going to leave campsite now. I still have some things to do.
え？帰らないの？
Best to... Hello, Hastings? I have finished in Shurston. I will take the first train. Tell me, do you know how to restore writing on a burnt document?
Yes, you just have to soak a cloth with a hydrochloric acid solution and rub the sheet of paper. Then the characters appear.
Bien. You have been of great assistance, Hastings. Could you please order the solution as soon as possible?
Of course, but what documents do you want to read?
You will see, my friend. À ce soir.
焼かれているのが被害者の カルテだったんじゃねえかな。
Donald Fraser is here. He insisted on waiting to see you.
あほう。ドナルドが来てると。まあ、喋る前にまずは観察ですよ。
This man is tired.
あなたずっと疲れてるね。クマ、伸びたひげ、ヨロヨロの服。
Donald is short of sleep, and it looks as if he didn't even bother to undress before going to bed.
まあ喋りましょうか、じゃあ。
Mr. Poirot, I don't know why I'm here.
You wanted to talk, and you came to find the only man capable of hearing you.
Mr. Poirot, since Betty's death, I've doubts about myself. I don't know what to do. And I keep having a horrible dream 3 nights in a
3日
row.
連続で悪夢にうなされていると。
Have a drink, and tell me about this dream.
どうぞ話してくだ
It's
さい。
always the same. I'm on the beach with Betty. I grab her round the throat, and I squeeze, and squeeze until she's dead. Her head falls back, and I see that it's no longer Betty. It's Megan's face.
Have you seen Megan Barnard recently?
Yes, our grief has brought us together. I never really knew her before. She's really quite a remarkable girl. But I would never tell her about my dream.
Why not? Is it her you are attacking in your dream?
No, it's Betty. And once Betty is dead, it's Megan's face that appears in its place.
Very interesting.
夢
Now
関
try
係
and
す
get
る
our brain cells to work.
ドナルドが見た夢をどう解釈するか。夢の中ではミーガンを殺してない。とても疲れてるは違うか。暴力的だった。ベティを捨てることに罪悪感を持っている。ああ、
Mr.
なるほ
Fraser,
ど。
I think that the real meaning of this dream is that you are in love with Megan Barnard.
Please go on. Do?
This dream certainly betrays your guilt.
Oh,
But what do you feel guilty about? Having killed your fiancé? Possible. Or forgetting her very quickly for her sister? Certainly. And this forgetting is perceived as a second death.
so you don't really think I was the one who killed Betty?
I do not exclude this theory. I am simply saying that I do not need to know that fact to explain your dream and your guilt.
Thank you for being frank, Mr. Poirot. You've helped me a great deal. I'm going back to Bexhill. I'll not take any more of your time up.
It is late, Mr. Fraser, and you are tired.
I'll sleep on the train. I like trains. It's easy to sleep rocked by the sound of the wheels.
Poor boy, he seems completely lost.
Well, women seem to like him. I think Megan will take care of him. Oh, I remember. Did you order the product I needed?
Yes, we'll be receiving it tomorrow.
Bien, it is late, and I asked Miss Gray to come tomorrow morning. I have a few questions I wish to ask her.
さあさあさあさあ。
Mademoiselle, I asked you here in order to answer a very important question.
大事な質問。犯人に協力してたと責める。事件当日に彼女が誰とも会っていないことを確認する。
Am I right in thinking you said that you did not speak to anyone on the day Sir Carmichael was murdered?
It's the absolute truth.
Yet, Lady Clark maintained that she saw you talking to a stranger on the front doorstep.
Really? She must have been mistaken. Oh, I remember now. I'd forgotten all about it, but it wasn't important. It was just a
ストッ
salesman.
キングも
One of
共
those
通点
traders
なん
who
だよ
sell stockings
な。
from door to door.
Can you describe him to me?
Medium size, glasses, dark suit, and a felt hat. Not the sort of man you notice. Completely harmless. That's why I forgot all about him.
Nothing else?
He was very hesitant and shy. Usually door-to-door salesmen are very confident. But he wasn't.
チャーストンを去ることについて嘘をついていたことを指摘する。彼女の意思で仕事を辞めたのか尋ねる。出ていくことが怪しいと。
You did not leave Churston willingly, I believe.
I don't wish to lie. Lady Clark did not appreciate my presence. And Franklin cannot go against the wishes of a sick lady. He is a good man. And he worries a great deal about his sister-in-law.
I noticed that you left some personal belongings behind at Churston.
トリに戻る予定はあるか尋ねる。チャーストンに戻る予定はあるか尋ねる。
Are you planning on going back to collect them?
No. I prefer not to carry the weight of the past.
Bien. I must ask you one last question. Please reply frankly with either yes or no. If Lady Clark had died, would you have agreed to marry Sir Carmichael if he'd asked you?
How dare you ask such a question? Sir Carmichael treated me just like his daughter. And all that I ever felt him was affection and gratitude, nothing else.
Thank you, mademoiselle. I will not keep you any longer.
実の娘のように接していた。
I met Thora Gray on the stairs. Her cheeks were ablaze, and she appeared to be deeply hurt. Poirot, have you offended the poor girl again? Do you have good reasons for accusing her?
I accused her of nothing, Hastings. I simply asked her an important question she did not answer. Let us see if we can answer it for her. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
解決されていない疑問に答える。ソーラはカーマイケ号が生きていたら結婚したか。いや、絶対してたでしょ。ソーラは結婚したかったより確実に成功していただろう。まあ結婚
You
してた
must
だ
know
ろ
how
う
to read
ね。
between the lines, Hastings. When Sir Carmichael refers to paternal affection, he's lying to himself. Read this engraving on the brooch. A dark dragon for an angel with glossy hair. These are the words of a lover, not a father. Lady Clark was not wrong.
What if Sir Carmichael had fallen in love with his secretary? That doesn't mean that she forced him to do so.
True, there are extenuating circumstances. She is a penniless orphan. But she's calculating. Just look how she avoided it when I asked if she would have married Clark.
そう
I
ね。
see. You think she seduced Sir Carmichael for her own gain, and that now she is doing the same with his brother. Poirot, your world is a very dark place.
Do not get carried away, mon ami. We have another more important matter to settle.
Really?
Yes, would you believe that Miss Gray taught me something new? Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
その他にそれぞれの殺人事件に共通点はあるか。ストッキングだよね。だからストッキングと家計簿。ベティの母親は娘がもうプレゼントのストッキングを着用できないことを悲しんでいて、で、訪問販売員が訪れていた。医者だと医者の方がって思ってたけど、こっ
It's
ちか
perfectly clear,
変わっ
Hastings.
てくるの。
Perfectly clear. Indeed, a stalking seller visited Andover, Bexhill, and Churston on the day of each murder. We have our suspect. This should be of interest to Job.
じゃあ電話しましょうか。
Chief Inspector, we are looking for a stalking salesman.
I see you have a suspect.
Yes. Contact all the stalking wholesalers who may employ him.
Your suspect is a salesman?
No, he does not take orders. He sells door to door.
Right. The hunt is on.
あ、D 行く ?4 つ目の殺人事件行くのか？
Are you leaving, Mr. Cust?
Yes, I'm going to Cheltenham.
You shouldn't travel today. You don't look very well.
I have to. I have engagements. I must respect them.
一応多分今映ってた人が犯人だっていう流れでいいと
Can you
は
get the
思うんだが。
post, Hastings?
And why don't you go and get it yourself?
Très bien. What's going on? I've never known Hastings to be so disagreeable.
はい。こんなとこかな、今回は。
Daily Blag, August 31, 1935. Moustache at half-mast. Poirot's repeated failure in ABC case.
おう、えらい悪いわ。
Sometimes small things troubled great men. Hastings, faithful collaborator of the Belgian detective, knows something about it. 3 mornings in a row, he confided to us, the cook broke the egg yolks when preparing Poirot's breakfast. This apparently casual event has greatly disturbed my friend, to the point it breaks his concentration and slows his judgment. I also noticed his mustache, of which he is so proud, being duller than usual.
Poirot, I assure you I haven't said any such thing to the journalists. They twist everything.
Royal Mathematical and Statistical Society's Bulletin, September the 9th, 1935. The Alphabet Murder, a methodical madman. It's highly probable that the Alphabet Murderer
あ
will
れ
kill
アル
again.
ファベット殺
Could
人
we
犯
possibly
だって
estimate the number of victims in his next crime? Yes, and it is easy. As soon as we know the ratio of towns, cities, and villages whose names begin
そう
with
だ
a
よね。
D,
こんな
and
殺
the
人事件
ratio
起きてた
of
ら
English people
次私
whose
かも
names
自分
are
かもって
spelled
思っ
the
たらもう
same.
外出れないな。
On the one hand, the ratio of towns, cities, and villages in England with a name starting with D, and on the other hand, the ratio of English people with a name also starting with D. After this initial calculation, it is easy to deduce the likelihood of actually being murdered if you belong to the target population. Go to the last page to find our results and details on the calculations. はい。なんか手紙が来てるな。
どうしようかな。読んで終わりにするか。次も殺人事件を起こすのかどうか。
It is not the right time.
ああ、ABC が来てる。
I'm quite sorry for you. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We've a long way to go still. Typery? No, that comes later. Letter T. The next little incident will take place in Doncaster on September 11th. So long. ABC. I should compare this letter with the one on my desk which I received earlier to see if it does indeed come from the same person.
まあ一緒なんだろうが、ちょっとこの比べるってやつは先やっちゃうかな。これなんだ？
It is not the...
いいのね。9月11だよな。しかも結局届くのその日なんだよな。
Let us examine this more closely.
はい。前回と同じとこですよね。だから。
Certain characters in the two... Yes, the A.
A.
That's right. The A. I have to find some other similar defects to
結局
confirm
前
my
回と一緒なん
theory.
だよな。I.
Yes, this I is weird. Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects.
あと
I
は
have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
ちょっと欠けている W。
The W is not... Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter. Hastings, he strikes tomorrow. Chief Inspector Japp?
He's on another line. Can I take a message?
Yes, please, mademoiselle. It is from Hercule Poirot. Tell him ABC strikes tomorrow in Doncaster. He must call me back.
Very well, sir.
Bien, now I'm going to see what I can find from these burnt documents. I've received the product I need. Hastings, if you do not mind, I would like you to take a few notes.
Yes, yes.
「薬品くださいな」。ちょっとこの気になるから
So, how are you
さ、
getting on? I'm ready to take notes.
超怒ってるんですけど、薬品どこにあるの？
I lock my revolver. Now, down to... What of this needs putting in order a little?
さあ、これってこうか。こう。なるほど。それぞれの紙をこの焦げ跡の割に合わせて紙を置いていきましょう的な感じですかね。これでさっき終わろうとしてた気がするけど、ちょっと気になるからこれだけやっちゃおうね。この焼け焦げたやつ。
This page is finished. That's done. 3 more to go.
これが上じゃないか？あ、上じゃねえんだ。こうかな？あ、これここなの。
This page is Child's Play.
こうで、
This piece should be placed here.
これはここだと。
This page is finished.
焼け方変じゃね？
And that's two done.
それ一ダメ
It's
か。
easier than I thought.
この紙は、こうか。これだな。これこのままこれでいけんじゃないか。いけたわ。そしたらば、これがここに行かない。これ下じゃない？こうじゃない？
It's so simple.
やっぱ焼け方変だよね。
This page is finished. Only one more. Keep going.
よくそうやって送って分かったな。これここだろ。これはこの辺じゃない。違うか。あ、そこか。じゃあここ上。
This page is finished. All the pages are reconstructed.
で、これをこれに
A dry cloth. A bottle of solvent.
染み込ませたやつで
The cloth is now soaked with solvent.
紙をふくふく。
Got it! Make a note, Hastings, make a note. Mrs. Alisasha, shop owner in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, prescribed laudanum.
I got it. Look. Poirot, where on earth did you find these files?
On a fire at the bottom of the garden at Comside.
All right, but where did the person who burned them find them?
復元されたメモ、書類を読みましょう。
Alice Asher, shopkeeper in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, chronic cough with loss of blood. Prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine. Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic bronchitis causing dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking. Alexander Bonaparte Cust. War wounded, mustard gas and head trauma. Pulmonary emphysema. Hemoptysis. Coughing fits with blood. Suffers from absences and amnesia. Dick Dudley Dunbar, owner of the Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster. Asthmatic, heart disease, heart
この人が
condition.
危ないじゃん、今。じゃあ、
Let's now try and get our brain cells to work.
でもなんで最後 C の人は違うのかって話じゃないの？焦げた種類はどこからか。ここですよ。間違った。ちょっと待って。つい B を押しちゃうな。被害者全員喉の疾患に関連している で、ソーラーグレイは違うな。これか。これだわ。
The burned documents are medical records, and without a doubt, they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either A, B, C, or D, and it is precisely the files that match these letters that have been tampered with.
But why burn these files? How come the names of the two victims appear on them? And who are the two other patients?
These are very good questions.
さあ、ちょっと行き過ぎたな。結局、手紙はいいや。4人目にやられそうな人は、もう名前分かりましたよね。被害者ってもう出ちゃってるもんね。ブラックスワンのオーナー、殺人リストに載っている。だからあれが殺人リスト、まあ殺人リストか、ですよね。で、ベリー・バーナードとハリ・サッシャンの名前はあった。でも C の名前になってる人は違くて、クラークが焼かれてるってことは C の人が怪しいよねって話だよね。はい、っていう感じです。今回の配信で全クリになるかなと思ったらなりませんでしたね。次回もやっていきますね、これ。今自分の活動としては動画撮って投稿させていただいたりとか、こういうね配信もしてますけど、たまにはまたテトリスとかもやれたらいいなと思っておりますので、その時は参加型なんかもやりたいかななんて思っております。もしね、機会があったら見に来ていただけたら幸いで、一緒にやっていただけたら嬉しいなと思いますので、よろしくお願いします。というわけで今回はこれで終わりにします。お疲れ様でした。またお越しください。バイバイ。